My car insurance ended this month, so it automatically renewed. And when I went to go look at the bill, tell me why it was $100 more than last month.
So I got a letter in the mail yesterday from State Farm. They're dropping our insurance, our car insurance. We have no moving violations. The only big claim that we filed was when my son was in an accident it was actually over 2 years ago. He was not at fault. They actually subrogated the entire thing through the other insurance company. We even got our deductible back. So I'm pretty sure they didn't pay for any of the damages, and I'm pretty sure the other insurance company covered all the costs in the end. They were citing that accident as well as too many claims. There was 4 other claims that were filed. And I get that, yes, it was a claim. They paid money on our behalf. For 3 of them were comprehensive. So those are windshield issues.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, man. Welcome back to the channel. Today, guys, we're going to talk about insurance, car insurance. This is something that a lot of people got a problem with. I ain't going to do too much talking. Let's get right to it. Let's go.
A Detroit woman was driving her car just like any other day. But on July 12th, that came to a sudden stop when her car was stolen out of her driveway and missing for days. Right here, this is ring camera video from a neighbor captured at 5:18 on the morning of the 12th. Seconds later, that's the woman's car, but she's not the one inside. Thieves had snatched the 2019 Dodge during the dark of early morning.
Open up the drapes and look outside, discover our vehicle was missing.
It was recovered 5 days later, destroyed. Of course, she filed a claim a few days after.
And I was in touch with the adjuster the entire time. The last step was to turn over the title and the key, and that was the last process. When I was getting ready to ship it to her, she told me to just pause for a few minutes there, reconsidering.
Before the reconsideration, she says Cure told her it'd be covered, valuing the car at $22,724. They even sent over this paperwork on July 31st, asking her to sign the title over.
Wow.
Then, a week later, on August 6th, came this letter. Cure said they had learned of misrepresentation and that she had failed to include all drivers in the household when she got her policy in November of 2024.
Wow,
they were
crazy.
canceling her policy. But the woman says she listed herself as the only driver because that's the case. She has college-aged and young adult kids, along with a recently divorced husband. She says they don't live there, but sometimes receive mail at the house. Her attorney sent a letter saying she also disclosed that other people use her address for mail purposes but did not live in the house when she was filling out paperwork after her car was stolen. They responded with this: the decision to rescind your client's policy has been upheld.
Wow.
It makes me feel terrible. It makes me feel sad. It makes me feel frustrated. We already have extremely high rates in the city of Detroit, but me paying for full coverage and something happened not at my own fault, and then they renege on me. I'm frustrated.
She reached out to the state for help. They told her Cure had the right to rescind the policy if misrepresentation occurred.
I'm not the only one this is happening with, and it's frustrating.
Cure has the information about this case, and they tell me they're looking into it.
That is crazy. Now, the first thing is having a Dodge in Detroit. For them to deny her claim because she didn't list everybody on her policy, that is terrible. But that's real. That is real. You do have to put everybody on your policy. You know, insurance companies are fine. Any reason to deny your claim. Any reason. You pay all that money all through the year. Nothing ever happens. Soon as something happens, they deny it.
Car insurance is a scam. I'm a Geico, right? Right.
Uh-oh.
So my bill has been $129 for the past 3 months. Next month it's talking about some 202. 202 where? So I'm calling, right? Because June is talking about some 160. What is up? I call the lady. Ring, ring, ring. She say, yes, ma'am. What can I, how can I help you? I would like to know where this $200 came from. That's an $80 increase. So she was like, yeah, based on your driving performance with the good driver, whatever, it is that they put on your phone when you sign up for Geico, talking about something. It shows that, you know, your driving score went down or whatnot. I said, ma'am, I saw that. Question: every time I get in the car with somebody, I have to switch it to being a passenger? She said, yes, ma'am. I said, no, ma'am. That's extra work for me. Like, I don't understand. So yeah, you have to change it every time you get in a car with somebody, because if they can't drive, it shows up on your score. I didn't read all that. I don't read fine print. I'm not a lawyer.
That's crazy.
Don't claim to be. But baby, that's a huge increase. She's talking about well, you pay a certain amount when your score is a certain score.
Yep.
I don't like that.
See, that's the problem with a lot of people, man. They don't read. You know what I'm saying? They don't read. And it tells you all this stuff right in the fine print. That's the problem. That's why her rate went up and she didn't know about it. And those little things they use to track you, I've been using those. And my rate didn't change one bit. And I drive like an old man. My rate didn't go up or come down. My rate went up when I added my boys to my policy. I don't want to talk about when I added my daughters. That's years ago. When I put them on my insurance, I was paying a ridiculous amount for car insurance. I was so happy when they were able to get their own car insurance. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were crushing me as far as my rate. I had my daughters on my car insurance.
My car insurance on time is a punishment, because nobody in Atlanta has car insurance. If you get in an accident, guaranteed 9 times out of 10, you probably gonna end up paying your deductible and just having to deal with the shit on your own.
Yep.
Because the amount of people in Atlanta that do not have car insurance is absolutely ridiculous. The adjusters get on here every day talking about the amount of people that do not have car insurance in Atlanta, or do not have the right policy in general. Yep. My car insurance just doubled. I got in no accidents, none. I didn't get a single ticket, nothing. I haven't gotten a ticket in 7 years. I haven't gotten in an accident. I've never gotten an at-fault accident. All the accidents I have been in, people have hit me. Yet my insurance doubled. And I call myself trying to shop around. If I leave Geico, it's going to go up even more. And it's all because people don't have insurance. So it's like I'm being punished for being responsible.
Yep, that's how
that's
it works.
adulting for your ass.
And that's unfortunate, man, because of other people and other people being negligent, other people not doing the right thing, not having car insurance, crashing into people without having insurance. We the ones that got to pay for it. The people who actually follow the rules and follow the law by actually having car insurance, we're paying for the people who don't have it. You know, it's unfortunate, especially in the DMV. If you get in an accident with someone who has Virginia tags, 9 times out of 10, they do not have insurance. And I had to learn that the hard way. And it's unfortunate. That's why you got a lot of people running scams, a lot of people giving bad advice, talking about you can put your car insurance under your grandparents' name and this, that, and the third. That's how you get in a situation where you have an accident and they don't cover it.
I didn't know that people didn't know this, but if your car insurance is too high, you put your car insurance under the name of the oldest person in your family. See? And it gets cut in half. I thought everybody knew that. My cars are always in my grandfather's name. Well, he's dead now, but when he was alive, all my cars was under his name. Now it's under my brother's name.
See what I'm saying? I mean, it's cool. It works until something happens. Until something happens, then you got a brand new car, $50,000, $60,000 car, because you done took a shortcut and put it under your grandfather's name. They deny your claim. Now you're stuck with the $60,000 car you cannot use. So it's not worth it, man. You got to do the right thing. But I mean, I understand though, because rates are just out of control, man. People just can't afford it. And then another thing that people do that's crazy, they'll buy a car and then check the insurance rate last. That should be the first thing you check before you buy a car.
Enough. It's completely totaled.
Micaiah Donaldson, a 20-year-old university student from Brampton, says she feels lucky to be alive after being involved in a hit-and-run accident. Man. She was driving home at night in June from a friend's house when a speeding pickup truck slammed into her.
I was going probably 30 and he was probably going 100. So it was a really bad hit because he was going really fast.
The police were called and Donaldson was taken to hospital with injuries. She was unable to identify the driver of the truck that smashed into her.
They said that because I did not get his license plate number, but there was no opportunity for me to get that because as soon as he hit me, the person did not stop.
Donaldson was driving a 2008 Nissan Versa worth about $6,500. Her insurance company agreed she was not at fault. But since the at-fault driver fled the scene and Donaldson was told she didn't have collision insurance, she was not covered for the hit and run.
Now my responsibility to pay tow truck people to find a new car.
Her insurance company is Bel Air Direct. A spokesperson said in the event of an accident, if a customer has opted out of collision, coverage would reflect the terms of the policy. While we do review all options of coverages, ultimately, it's the customer's decision.
Because the other driver was unidentified, no fault doesn't apply.
In a hit and run accident, collision coverage is needed to repair or replace your vehicle.
The insurance company can't pay to repair the damage to their car because there's no coverage to draw from.
Donaldson feels little effort was made to find the hit and run driver and feels she should be compensated.
It's just very, very frustrating. People just have to just live with the fact that they don't get compensation when they are not in the wrong.
That's messed up right there. You would think all the money these insurance companies are making, they would do the right thing and pay for that car. At least give her something for it.
One bill that actually caught me off of guard was my car insurance. Y'all, I have 2 cars with Geico, my BMW and my Tesla, and I am paying almost $800 a month.
Golly,
and I've been with
crazy.
them almost 8 years. You would think with you being a loyal customer, making your payments on time, never in accidents or whatever, you would think that they would show you some type of grace.
Nope.
I just told baby, eventually we're going to be paying $1,000 a month just for car insurance alone. So I have to shop around and figure out what makes sense in our household. Because $800 for some car insurance?
And that's crazy right there. But that's what happened, man, when you had those high-end cars like that. A BMW and a Tesla. You know how much it costs to fix one of those cars? Especially a Tesla with that battery. All that stuff matters, man. So that's why I say you got to consider your insurance when you're buying them high-end cars like that, because they will fry you in insurance coverage. That's crazy. $800 a month. That's out of control. That sound like back when I had all my kids on when I had my daughters on my insurance and they were under 25. That's the type of money I was paying for car insurance. And I haven't had any accidents that were my fault. And my insurance was high like that. And also what played a factor in that is I had an SRT Dodge Charger. So they were putting my daughters on that car as if they were driving it as well. So my insurance was super high. So you got to consider all that stuff, man. And people don't realize that. Car insurance is a big deal. That can make or break what vehicle you buy. So please check your insurance, guys.
Oh, car insurance shit. 'Cause I'm spending money every month for car insurance. But what if I never my car up?
Don't matter, champ.
Like, y'all doing with all that money? Give me that back.
Yeah, I feel it, man. I wish that's how it worked. You would, like I said before, you pay car insurance all through the year, through the 6 months or whatever it is, and nothing ever happens. It's like you just putting money in the hole. And it's just unfortunate, man. There's nothing you could do about it. It is what it is. You can't be in the DMV without car insurance, even though a lot of people do it. But you get caught without car insurance, man. It's a mess. It's a lot to deal with.
No, I'm sick of paying car insurance, y'all. Like, it's not even funny. Like, I literally moved and my car insurance went up. And I'm like, I'm just over it. Like, the car insurance, it's kind of like I'm to the point where I'm like, you know, I'm about to be riding dirty. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather ride dirty. If it wasn't because of my job where I have to have, like, car insurance, I literally would be riding dirty, y'all.
Yeah, all that stuff plays a factor. Where you live at, does that car get stolen a lot? All that stuff plays a factor. Your credit, everything, man. It all matters. Some people will say, forget car insurance. I'm riding dirty. It's cool until you get caught. You get caught, it's a wrap. So leave your comments, guys. How do y'all feel about car insurance, man? Do you pay too much? Do you feel like something needs to happen? They need to change it. I don't think it's going to ever change. I mean, first of all, they're making way too much money. And a lot of these insurance companies aren't being regulated, man. They can deny your claims. They can do anything they want for the most part, man. I never see where somebody is putting their foot down as far as these insurance companies. They just out of control, charging you whatever they want to charge you. And it's unfortunate. So if you're new to the channel, man, hit the like button, subscribe.